Are you feeling called to something new? And I mean radically different in your life? So I'm going to share with you 3 things that you need to know about this new moon energy. As we know, new moon energy is a time of reflection. It reflects to us change of what we want to make in our lives. And I know that we just had the full moon at the beginning of March. And now as we come into this new moon energy and the equinox right around that same time of March 20th, 21st, that full moon really took a deep dive into what's not working for you anymore. So as we come into this new moon, also Aries being the new astrological new year, we're moving forward from a place of letting go of all the identity that we've been the entire life that we've created, basically, including our relationships and what we've known up to this time. So this is a chance to really think about creating something new. And I'm talking entirely new when I say this specific new moon, because we've had a lot of changes before and we think about new things. Part of that is because the universe is on a fresh beginning and we are coming through that, coming into the age of Aquarian to out with the old and with the new. And this is us implementing and going forward with the new thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the habits that we've created over the last several years. This is going to be such profound change. It's going to drastically alter one's personal path. And so obviously these things make us wiser. We've went through so much. It has made us more resilient, but that also calls for a lot of uncertainty. And so it's going to be super important to stay connected to your heart and let your heart lead, because a lot of going forward is going to be in blind faith. If you're new here on my channel, my name is Dr. Harmony, and I'm a transformational coach and a quantum healer, and I help others struggling from separation wounds to find that inner union. On this channel, I share tools, tips, and techniques to help you heal your emotions, trust your path, so you can live your purpose. I share new videos every Thursday, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I post new videos and content. So before we jump into the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. That's going to let me know what type of videos that you like to see more of. And it's been a while since I've done an energy update for the collective or for Twin Flames or just in general around the new moon energy. But this is so impactful. That's why I was guided to really come forth and share with you some insight so you can be prepared to use this new moon energy to really catapult you into the next level. So the first thing that you need to do is be prepared for the radical change. Because this is, as I mentioned, going to be so radical. It could rattle your brain, your senses, in a sense that you literally feel like you're wandering through the wilderness. And if that's you, make sure to let me know below, because we're being stripped away of, as I mentioned, the old identity, coming out of the cocoon, coming out of the shell. And this moon, this equinox, dates back to some big shifts in the eclipses we had back in the fall. And if you remember, I mentioned back then, be prepared for this, because when we come through this portal of energy, we will be somebody new and different, even since back then. So this is going to bring up a variety of emotions and feelings and a sense of feeling lost and kind of windswept through, and to really test the ability to connect to the resilient side of yourself. Because at this stage of the game, a lot of us have been through a lot of things and a lot of change and a lot of transformation. And it's about now, okay, how much more? And I know how many times we've said that, but each time we do go deeper within ourselves we go through sometimes greater things, but we are able to process them faster and quicker. So now it's going to be okay, you've learned how to navigate, you've learned how to make a lot of changes, but because this is a quantum shift, it's getting you out of a controlled environment that you have created over the last, it feels like 12 to 18 months in order to get into the next level, but it's going to catapult you into more than the next level. It's going to go into multiple levels out there. So use this time of reflection to look within yourself if you're feeling these emotions and if these things are coming up, in order to determine what is the resistance you might have against the next level of change. Because there's always resistance when we expand and grow. And then write down your intentions that you would like to see going forward. And that's going to help you begin to stay focused more on your intentions than the idea that you're resisting it. That's going to also help you ground more into your daily life, your daily routines, taking periods of time for reflection so that you can find a sense of comfort without pushing through this process, and making sure that you find the power in these pauses, that you're allowing yourself to kind of come into a mental state of acceptance for what you can see now, because you have more consciousness, you have more clarity, you're at a greater, higher awareness of the changes that have taken place in your life and on this twin flame journey. And, that's how much things are going to shift. So you may already be feeling this because it's been ramping up all month. And just keep riding the wave and keep showing up for yourself. And if you need to, take time for conversations for people, but also know that sharing your stories anymore doesn't work the same. And it's more about the stories don't matter as much as how you can rewrite the story. Speaking of stories, a lot of times I get asked, what about your twin flame journey and where you're at in your journey? And I do share that along the way. And I haven't done this in a while because I haven't done any of the full or new moon energy updates, but you can get a free copy during this moon phase of my book, Twin Flame Codebreaker, by clicking on the links below or above, and it will take you to Amazon, where you should be able to get and download a free copy of Twin Flame Codebreaker. So the other point in this, as we make these radical shifts in this, that may mean a shift in the people that you've been connected with, and even the twin flame or the person you've believed to be your twin flame this time. This particular moon energy is really bringing closure to our past in such a way that even a lot of people around us will no longer be part of our future going forward. That's how drastic changes is going to be. And so therefore, make sure in that process to start opening the idea up to surrounding yourself with more of your tribe, more positive people. And I know a lot of people on this journey have trouble connecting with people because they feel like they have no one to talk to. And that's why I would highly recommend that you check out my Ascension Academy that I've launched back earlier in the year, because that is an opportunity to get live coaching with me, courses, and a community that means you don't have to walk this journey alone anymore. And over there, I share so many more tips, tools, techniques, and, one-on-one support that allows you to really connect to your tribe and helps you not feel so alone. And it's very empowering when you do that. So the second point that you really need to focus on during this time is that it is a universal reset point. And that means a 0-point field. And what that really means is it's sort of like where the past and present and future meet each other. So it's like time kind of collapses in the idea that we've broken down all the energy that no longer works universally. We're opening the portal to the future of our universal collective energy. And so you, being transformed from the inside out, may find yourself looking to the past, but being very reluctant to move forward. And so it means that, your perspective is kind of being shifted in all directions. And how you do stay neutralized in that is you do stay focused in this time and dimension, in this reality, and in your present moment. The greatest amount of power you can find within yourself is in this moment. And so try, when you have these past moments come up, allow them to show you what you need to see, to give you the lessons you need out of them, so that then you can implement the new actions, but don't live in the past. Letting go of our past is basically a way to not only offer forgiveness, but it's also acceptance. And it's also coming into a place of honoring ourselves for having got this far in this journey. So if you're feeling that kind of compressed feeling that makes you feel a sense of something's going to explode and out of it's going to become this whole new version of you, which I've been feeling this since the fall. I'm like, oh my God, something's about to happen, and nothing's happening yet, but something's about to happen. And it's not just going to be some little something. It's going to be huge something. And I don't even know what that something is or how that's going to happen. But if you're feeling overwhelmed, take a step back and remember that this is about cleansing your own soul. And to, in the reflection of this new moon, look at it as, what am I still attached to that is holding up space, that's not allowing the future to, version of me, or the highest version of me, of my reality, to come into this present time and moment. And that way it allows you to release any previous emotions around situations, circumstances, the things with your twin flame. It gives you the potential and the power. And that's one thing I will say in this. Everything I've been going through what I'm talking about, I keep going back to, it's all an opportunity to reclaim my power. And every thought, feeling, and action needs to come from a state of power. And to know that while we've been asked to let go of control of the container of this, micromanaging how we go through this process, it's more now about doing it a different way, that I'm not trying to control it. It's literally about me going forward in this new wholeness of myself that says, I am the one in charge of what I'm creating. So what do I want? And where do I want to put my focus? And where do I want to invest my time and my energy? If you stay present, it's going to really put you in this sense of less pressure, because of the linear time is not, pulling at you from another state of another dimension of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, pulling you in directions of your past and your future. But staying present will really be able to neutralize those emotions for you, so that you can really connect and ground in this dimension. And one of the things this is doing, like overall collectively, it's helping us balance masculine and feminine energies. So I recently started Achieve Inner Union series that I've been doing. So make sure to have a playlist above and below. But it's going to be super important for you to find this inner balance of yourself between even your masculine and your feminine energies that you're bringing into balance, that's allowing you to navigate the future going forward in a new and different way. So the third thing to think about as we go through this transition and this transformational catapult is trust. You're stepping into the unknown, so therefore you're going to need to trust the process, and not just the process. This is a time of trusting yourself, trusting your higher self, trusting your journey, trusting you're on the right path, trusting that you're making the right choices, decisions, because it's coming down to splitting a hair between your actions, between your masculine and your feminine energies, or your old and your new, and being split between those worlds and vacillating between and swinging back and forth between those old actions and those old thoughts and those old feelings, plus the new ones. And so one of the things you can think about in that is, in that pause, look at, okay, does this thought serve me? Does this belief serve me? Does this action, is it the highest action that I could take? Or is it something that feels good here and now, but that technically doesn't fix the problem or the solution? For instance, let's say you're going about your day and you begin to have that, a little bit of a negative self-talk, and you begin to question if you should take a certain action in the direction of something that's going to propel you forward, or if you're stuck on the past situation. And let's, for that, use, the idea of, do I go forward like by myself, even if that means I'm going to open the door to new love or a new way or potentially a new person? Or am I going to stay stuck on this person that's not showing up, not providing energy for me, and really robbing me of my power, because I believe and think that they're the only one that I can have love with? So in this particular case, if you are stuck on the concept and the idea that you're going to hold space for this person and you're not going to have love until without them, well, look at that. Does that belief system serve your next new version, or are you being held back by that? Look at what's in front of you, look at who you are, and claim your power, and choose to think new thoughts that create new beliefs, that's going to give new emotions, it's going to create new experiences, that's going to give you new actions, it's going to bring new results and bring into your life what you want. So this has been a huge shift over the last several years. So if you really want to track some of the energy and where you were in past timelines to kind of note what was going on collectively with, what is happening now and this huge portal energy right here, then make sure to check out my Twin Flame Energy Updates. That is a playlist that I'll link in the above or below, because you can go back to the last few years that I've created those. And if you pay attention to the timelines, pay attention to some of the information that I delivered and gave, it can really help you kind of track back where you were. If you need to if you're having trouble kind of moving forward, you might be able to pinpoint your awarenesses, what you were going through, that will bring awareness now that helps you heal now, and link it all together through those other timelines and collapse all that so you're letting it go as you move forward. So if you're feeling a little lost, confused, uncertain, just know that you're not alone, that it's part of the course of this process of going into the new world, the new earth, the new beginning of the new timeline. And so make sure then to focus your energy on what can I control rather than worrying about what you can't control. And that way you're putting your energy into the things that you can actually take and have your power within, rather than feeling robbed of your power. And so if your path starts to lead you forward and you're not sure the direction, do it blindly, do it faithfully, do it intentionally, and take inspirational action in trusting this process, that at least it's going to help you move confidently and not be stuck spinning your wheels over and over. And most importantly, when you take the action, if you're really not sure, maybe pause, but then learn to listen to your heart, learn to pay attention to the signs, the awarenesses, how you feel. That's going to be what's going to help you, connect to your true self and align with the true highest version of you and your purpose, and ultimately your partner, and then step into an abundant life. So make sure to like, comment, share the shine, and make sure to check out all the other videos and things that I've recommended for you. Those links will be in the description box below and above, and they will help you further your inner work so that you can learn how to navigate this journey in trust. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like more videos like this, and for me to come back and to do like a monthly energy report, or to focus some more on the energies coming up, make sure to comment below so I know to make another video for you. Also, make sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that bell and that notification so that you'll know when all my content comes live. And if you'd like to follow me more on a daily basis, you can follow me over at Facebook and Instagram at Twin Flame Expert. And if you'd like to learn more about me and the programs that I offer, you can visit twinflameexpert.com. I'll also make sure that link's above and below, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.